YouTube, and those of you that are here live on Twitch, to Broken Age with a Therapist. Another fabulous Double Fine production. It is a game that I played the first 30 minutes of on PlayStation Vita back when it dropped, and I never finished it. And I've always wanted to finish it. So I am very excited to bring it to you. The folks at Double Fine make really good stuff. I have no doubt that this will be a pleasurable experience. I'm playing it on an Xbox Series X. Really, really excited about it. This is a spoiler-free run. Backseat free, so whether you're here live or whether you're watching on YouTube, please do not spoil the game. Don't tell me where to go, what to do, what I missed, what choice I should pick. Don't do that. Your comment on YouTube will be immediately removed, and you will potentially be hidden from the channel, and you are subject to timeout or ban in Twitch chat. I have no problem with people talking about the run, talking about the decision I made, that kind of thing. I like that it's engaging for folks, but don't spoil the game for me or for anybody else. It makes you a loser, not helpful. I understand that backseating, people get excited about it. They want me to have a great experience. They don't want me to miss stuff. It's fine if I miss stuff. I'll live. It's a video game. I use the video game to illustrate psychological concepts, to talk about relationships. I will do that as to the best of my ability through this game. I don't know what to expect. I assume there will be plenty of moments where I can do that, and I will take every opportunity that I can to do that. If you're here live on Twitch, feel free to ask me questions throughout the run. And if I see one that feels like it would be good to answer, I will be more than happy to answer it. I appreciate so much that all of you are here. If you're here on YouTube, please take a second before this starts. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's a whole bunch of you that watch my videos and don't subscribe to the channel. Please take a second to do that. Leave a comment at some point during the video if you like. I really appreciate all the engagement around these. Help me find that sweet, sweet YouTube algorithm so more people can benefit from my videos. And if you ever want to catch us live, twitch.tv/DrMick. I'm usually on every day except Mondays around 9:30 p.m. We'd love to have you in chat sometime. And feel free to also check out all the links down in the description. He's got my Discord server where I post all sorts of Go Live announcements and everything else. And we've got a merch store, all that fun stuff. So, alrighty. Like audio's cutting out a lot. Doesn't sound like it is on my end. Also very quiet. So, all right, here we go. Without further ado, Broken Age with a Therapist. Big yawn.
Hey, rise and shine, son. You better get up. I'm almost off duty. Your mom's gonna be here soon, and you know how she is. Oops, here she comes. Have a great day, Shea.
There's my little angel.
Oh, computer, snooze.
No more snoozies for my little spaceman this morning. Oh, I hope no bad tinkle fairies came and wet your bed during the night.
Oh, computer, off.
Come on and get up, Shea. Lots of important adventures to go on today. Get up now, Mr. Man, or I'll turn on the mean sound. Okay, you asked for it. What a good boy. Okay, let's clean up that dirty little body.
Hey, easy, computer.
Oh, quit being so shy. I used to change your diaper. Choco Rockets?
Oh man, what an existence. It's just a guy with some computers? All right, hold on. Let me make sure that I've got this in the right position. I think we're probably going to have to keep me about here, it appears. Okay. Yeah, way to set those teenage boundaries. Choco Rockets. Yikes, no way. Sure, what difference does it make? Oh, gotta love teenage apathy. Oh, let's say... Nah, I'm not into Choco Rockets today.
Yikes. No way.
Cinnamoons.
Ooh. Cinnamon sounds pretty good. Sure.
Why not?
Good morning, Commander Shea. It is my honor to be your training spoon today. Can't wait to start Mission Nutrition. So just pick me up and we'll start filling you up with space fuel.
Oh God, what am I still like 10? Hey, you know what? I would use a
Something
spoon
wrong,
like
Commander
this.
Shea?
Okay, I need to make sure that I can pause, which it looks like we're gonna be okay with that. Oh man.
Yes! You won't be sorry, Commander. Once more into the Milky Breach.
Stay on alert. I think there might be food around.
Always, sir.
I wonder if this bowl is as sick of cereal as I am.
It's happening. It's really happening. Now, sir, I don't just serve food. I also serve up nutrition facts and eating encouragement. For instance, that last spoonful was exactly 7.1 calories. Did you? Uh-oh. Commander? Aren't you excited to see what the big deal is? Up on the bridge? No? Well then, want to know the viscosity of this morning's synthetic milk?
Yeah.
Okay, computer. What's the big emergency?
I wish you'd call me Mom, sweetie.
I wish you called me Captain, computer.
Okay, Captain, sweetie. Let's get down to business. We are...
Well. All right, so we're at this is this is going to be really interesting to analyze because I don't know much about, like, we just started, right? So I don't have much context. So you got to take what I say here with a grain of salt, but this is a computer, I guess. I don't know if this is a person remotely or if this is a computer. I think it's implied that it is a computer system, that it's some kind of AI. I'm gonna use this as a little bit of. I'm gonna do some proxy here. You see this kind of sentiment expressed at times with step parents or caretakers in blended families, where you might have somebody new who comes along and is the new parent, so to speak, of a child. And sometimes in the anxiety of being a step parent, surrogate parent, whatever you want to call it, there's this push for intimacy by label and by process rather than by time, where somebody might say something like, I wish you would call me mom, and that can be one of the most non-empathic misfires a step parent or surrogate parent can make, because it is often insensitive to the fact that maybe the child has a connection to the other parent. Even if that parent maybe wasn't so great, it's still their parent that they have this internal idealization of and that they see in a certain way. And when you try to barge your way in as a outsider into a blended family and you push for intimacy too fast, it could actually have a inverse reaction where you will push a child away. Oftentimes, children in blended families will say things like, you got to earn that. And they're often right. You're not entitled to a certain title from a child just because of a certain role you fill, particularly as children get older and become teenagers. So that's what this feels the most similar to. And it feels better to comment on that rather than comment directly on this dynamic because I don't know enough about it yet. That's a pretty strong sentiment to share. I mean, this is really setting a tone at this point that it doesn't seem like this AI has learned to conceptualize him growing up. And so I'm going to be very interested to talk about some of the developmental dynamics that come along with this as we learn more about this story.
Currently tracking multiple developing crises that need urgent attention. First of all, a massive avalanche has been reported on the planet Galactica. Second, there's a runaway train in System 7 that's headed for Spike Canyon. We've also received a Mayday signal from the vessel Friendship Circle. They're under attack. And, uh-oh, this just came in. My sensors are reporting an entity of unknown origin has attached itself to the hull of this very ship. What are your orders, sweet, Captain?
Oh, man, this feels terrible. This feels terrible. We need to help those avalanche victims. Let's catch that runaway train. We have to defend the Friendship Circle. Better suit up and investigate the foreign body. Oh, man. I really hope there's hundreds of thousands of these scenarios, or else this kid is massively habituated to these, and this would be terrible. Oh my god. Okay. Let's help those avalanche victims.
We need to help those avalanche victims.
I knew you'd want to help them, sweetie. Plotting a course for Planet Galactica.
Help! Help! Someone help us!
How would you advise a step-parent caretaker to express the desire to be called mom or dad while still being empathic? You don't get to decide what you're called as a step-parent. I really believe that. Your stepchild gets to determine what to call you. Your desire to be called mom or dad should never be pushed onto a stepchild. They are the ones that will make that determination. It will be a lot more fulfilling if they're the ones that make that determination. It is very artificial if a step-parent comes in and says, call me dad. Call me mom. And the kid's like, I don't want to. And you're like, no, call me that. And it's like, ugh, I'm calling you that because that's the label you want. It's not about you. When you're a parent that comes into that position to take care of a child that is not your biological child, they're the one that gets to decide what they call you and what you are to them. You certainly might play a role in discipline and consequences and things like that and being an allied unit with the biological parent, but you don't get to decide that. Good question. No, Meander Armenia, I would rather you didn't. Okay.
My toes are really chilly.
This is the massive avalanche?
It's worse than it looks.
Really? How?
It said ice cream avalanche. Yay!
That's not worse.
Oh no, an ice cream avalanche. I can see how this would be. Okay. Oh, God. This is not what I was expecting, and that's okay. That's okay. We're going to be talking about development. My PhD is in human development. I care very deeply about development. So get ready to have lots of developmental discussions on these streams. So why would this be something that would be cool for a young child? And something that is very awkward for a teenager? Well, young children are quite egocentric, not in a bad way, in a developmental way. Their brain can't really think outside of their own inductive experience. So when you play games like this with a child, it helps them build some self-confidence. It helps them learn that they're important, that they can influence things, that they can have some power at times, that they can help people. Like, you can really learn a lot of interactional dynamics and complexities through imaginative play like this. And you use symbols and cute items that a child can connect with and doesn't feel threatened by. And this can be very exciting for a child, even if it's repetitive. You can do this over and over with a young child, and they're going to enjoy this because it's like, oh, can we do the avalanche again? Because they don't have this huge abstract understanding of everything. They're not going to habituate to this necessarily as quickly. They're going to really enjoy that egocentric experience of being important and relied upon in a safe context. It's a really great thing for a young child. When you get older and your brain develops and you start to understand more intricacies of interactions and you habituate to things a lot faster because you're starting to create a bunch of cognitive schema for things, this becomes a lot less interesting and becomes more infantilizing because it's very simple in its approach and it's very transparent in what it is, and that is boring for an adult human brain. Maybe the first time you come across it, it's kind of interesting because you're like, oh, cool, 2 knit guys in a ice cream avalanche. That's interesting. But if you did this over and over again, it would be mind-numbing because your brain has so many synapses and is just firing on all cylinders when you start to get older that this no longer is novel. It's no longer interesting, and you can also use deductive reasoning to make sense of this rather than just inductive reasoning, which oversimplifies this entire thing. So if you're experiencing this weird dissonance like I am as I'm playing this, that is probably why, because you're looking at this going, oh my God, as a teenager, this would be horrible.
Don't worry. I'll figure out how to get you out of there soon.
We know you will. We believe in you, Shea.
And so Shea is essentially placating these two now instead of this being about him. All right, how do I get them out of here? Perhaps I have to use my spoon to dig you out of the ice cream.
Good job.
Yay! Yay!
Oh, man.
What a brilliant idea! Look at him go! So brave!
Got a special nutrition paste for you today. Mac and cheese.
Oh.
Ready for your next exciting space mission, honey? We've got an avalanche, a runaway train, a spaceship under attack, and a mysterious object on the hull.
Let's catch that train.
Let's catch that runaway train.
Aye, aye, Captain Sweetie. To System 7.
Oh, no.
Stop! And look! The bridge is up! We're gonna crash into Spike Canyon! Oh no!
Okay, this is a little dark.
Man is asleep on the
Spike Canyon.
terrible thing to happen to us! Especially because it's so preventable! Doesn't anyone have any ideas? If only we could wake up the bridge man!
Wake up, bridge man!
We're saved!
Oh,
So is the bridge!
wow.
What an amazing idea! Brilliant and resourceful! Don't forget to
It seems so preventable.
you know, all braggy about it.
Oh, again, look at this. This is so beautiful because if we were playing as like a 5-year-old kid, this would be awesome. This would be great. If he was like 3 to 5 years old, I'd be sitting here going, "This is amazing." Right? It teaches very complex dynamics in a simple way. It would be exciting for a kid to be the center of this story and to be the one that saves the day, not a teenager that's done this 1,000 times. Like, now it's all tongue in cheek because we're like, well, duh. It's just an incredibly predictable or preventable outcome. It's too simple for a developing adolescent brain to comprehend. But from a early childhood development perspective, I love the way that this is presented. a young child being immersed in this, it would have a pretty incredible experience.
Thank you, brave hero. We should celebrate. Let's do the wave.
Yeah, let's do the wave.
Absolutely not.
Oh, whoops. Oh, I was timed. Ah, I didn't realize I was timed on that.
Thanks for keeping it safe. You're going to love this dinner pill. Fried chicken, kind of.
Probably not shadowed.
What mission should
Because
we
it's
go
not
on
really designed
next,
for children.
sweetie?
Oh, man. See, now he's starting to get jaded, right? Fattening avalanche, I guess. Fake train wreck, please. We have to defend the friendship circle.
We have to defend the friendship circle.
Oh, I just don't know who would attack those poor defenseless cuties. To the teleporter room.
I'm aboard the distressed vessel, Friendship Circle. I found one of the crew.
Oh, no. How distressed. This reminds me of Peter Griffin when he's like, ah. Ah. What's the matter?
What happened here?
Was an attack.
From an enemy vessel? Or an alien creature? Or did you attack yourselves in a fit of space madness?
It was a
Yes?
attack.
That was cool. So, when you make the transition into abstract thought, which is a lengthy transition through the teenage years, that's when you are able to start deductive versus inductive reasoning. And I want to explain the difference between these two things really quick because I think we're going to hear a lot of these things through this playthrough. Inductive reasoning is where you use your own personal experience to make generalizations, but they're usually limited. They're often not necessarily correct because it's only borrowing from a limited knowledge base. An example would be when I was a kid, there was a smokestack that was nearby from an energy plant that had white smoke that came out of the smokestack, and I used to think that that was the cloud maker because I didn't understand what clouds were separate from pollution, separate, like you don't understand those concepts as a little kid, so I just thought it was a cloud maker. That's inductive reasoning. And if you aren't exposed to knowledge and information and educated, you could continue going your entire life thinking that that's a cloud maker, particularly if the people around you solidified that idea. Deductive reasoning is where you take conceptual knowledge, diverse representation, and abstract ideas, and you use those to make sense of an experience that you're currently having. It's a more sophisticated way of evaluating the world. And you can come up with all sorts of hypothetical scenarios the more your brain starts to develop its ability to get into abstract thought. So Shea, when he says, oh no, did you all start attacking each other in a fit of space madness, that is representative of his brain developing into its ability to develop novel abstract thought. He's essentially having to create his own narratives and novel ideas in order to get himself through how habituated he is to this scenario. And that is something that we would see as a person starts to emerge through the teenage years. You start to come up with these weird hypotheticals and connect certain things that you might not have otherwise connected before. I am mostly curious from the game standpoint how Shea has started to develop that type of reasoning outside of a context that appears to be incredibly just the same constantly. It's incredibly repetitive and infantilizing. So it's an intriguing nugget there that he said that in response to that, given the lack of diverse representation he has in his life.
Another day full of amazing adventures is over.
Same space, different day. Am I right?
Dad gets it.
Rise and shine.
Time to get up. Up as a pop. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Choco rockets.
Oh man. Let's see what other options we have.
Yikes. No way.
Cinnamons.
No.
I think I'd rather eat a bug.
Honey holograms.
No thanks, computer.
Nebulumps.
Nebulumps sound pretty good.
Actually, that does sound kind of good.
Your saliva has a 0.001 pH imbalance today. May I suggest more whole grain nutrient paste?
What mission should we go on next, sweetie?
Oy vey. Oh, this would be torture. This would be oh my god, this would be literal torture. Our brain is too well developed to handle something like this. We constantly seek novelty because our brain is just so sophisticated relative to other animals. It's why we want new experiences. It's why we like new items that we can purchase. It's why we like watching things like sports or whatever, because we get novel things injected into our brain. It can constantly learn. When you're not exposed to novelty, oh man, that can lead to depression. That can lead to just real, like, this blasé, world turns gray. The human brain does not do well when it over-habituates to the environment that it's in. And this is what Shea runs the risk of. Like, this could literally be torture. Because as he's developing, he's not being introduced to novel experiences. And this would be enough to make a person go, become psychotic. This is what I imagine immortality feels like. Yeah, this is why I think immortality would be awful. Oh. Yes, this is what 2020 lockdowns were like for a lot of people. And that was hard because people from 2020 lockdowns went from intense novelty all the time to very little. Like, people had experienced the constant flow of new stuff, and then it froze. Shea, in this instance, as far as we know, has been here since he was a young child. So he doesn't really know any different, but yet he can still feel that something is off, and we can too. I mean, this is really this is very hard to watch. Like, this is essentially like child abuse to an extent, because it's really stripping a person of their ability to engage in the environment in a novel and interesting way. And whoever made this probably did this in good faith. And I'd be curious the circumstances around him getting stuck here. But this is pretty awful. Like, this is hard to play.
Fattening avalanche, I guess.
Controller.
Well, good. You're so skinny. Plotting a course for Planet Galactica.
God damn it.
You're not
It's hard to know,
gonna believe
Martius.
it, but
There was another ice cream avalanche?
yay!
Weird.
Come to think of it, the dashboard mobile is the main thing he gets to interact with independently. That's probably the most engagement we see from him. Yeah. So far.
Don't worry. I'll figure out how to get you out of there soon.
We know you will. We believe in you, Shea.
Oh, this isn't the whole grain bar that my spoon recommended to me, but I didn't mean to pick this one.
Good job.
But I guess we can experience that. We've done this 2 times and I'm already sick of it. This is this kid's life.
Man, this guy really likes ice cream.
Oh. Oh, man.
Special nutrition paste for you today. Grilled cheese.
Again?
What mission should we go on next, sweetie?
AI has terrible boundaries.
Better suit up and investigate that foreign body.
Oh, I don't like you going out there. Let's use the safety suit.
Ah, come on.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, I'm outside the ship. The foreign body must be very close by.
Got my nice knit scarf. Got my... Look like I have balloons for a suit. I can't put my arms down!
I found the object. It appears to be something organic in nature. Something's telling me I should stick my face right into it.
Ah! Get off of me! Get off!
It's a present. What?
You're going to love this dinner pill. Gravity loaf.
Oh. You know the other...
What mission should we go on next, sweetie?
Oh. Another part about this that makes this really difficult is quite literally, the sunny disposition of the AI would be... It would, like, bore its way into your head. Because it doesn't match your experience. You know, do you want to have a really depressed AI that's working with you that mirrors your emotional experience? Not necessarily. That could be terrible for him too, but this would be awful to be experiencing the monotony of this. Not even just, I mean, think about anything, right? Think about being at work or anything in your own personal life, right? Where, like, you have a certain experience of it and everybody around you has a completely different disposition about it. You start to feel crazy. It starts to make you, like, doubt your own experience, or it makes you entrench yourself in your experience and isolate yourself out. Humans are relational animals, and part of really good relational dynamics is attunement, is this ability to kind of match wavelengths with people, especially children. So this son being relentlessly positive while he is, like, mind numbed makes it all the worse. It's really awful. And again, all of this is the kind of stuff that, if you don't have a predisposition for psychosis, could potentially develop psychosis in a person, and we would understand if that happened. Because, oh, God. So, Boo, good to see you.
Here we go again.
Oh my God, do I really have to do all these twice? Fake train wreck, please.
Fake train wreck, please.
I knew you'd choose that one. To System 7.
Yeah, this is why when folks just try to cheer you up, it doesn't work. Correct.
What's that, son? Did you say wake up the bridge man? That's such a good idea.
I don't know how long I can hold on to this!
What happens if I don't do this?
Only there were a heroic genius on the
Look.
train! Sadly, there are only us orphans. I'm losing my grip! I can't hang on for much longer! My arms are stretching!
This would be a good time for me to open my present.
I think I should open it first.
Ow! My fingers!
I don't think I should open that yet. I think I should open it first.
I'm going to have to let go in a second.
Wake up, bridge man!
Great. Now don't do anything else. I'm going to let go. Thank you, brave hero. We should celebrate. Let's do it. No way.
I'm going to say it one more time. I was not expecting to have this much to talk about within the first half hour of the game. Not only are these experiences outrageously repetitive, he has no ability to influence them. Because the other thing that humans need, in addition to connectedness and attunement, is autonomy. We need to have a sense that we can influence our environment, that we have some control. Because if we don't, that is really, it wreaks havoc on a person's mental health. So now not only do I have to go through this every day, I don't get to actually exert any autonomy, which is even more important for a teenager to be able to do. So this is going to really hamper his development here, because I can't even do anything about this. I can't explore. I can't develop novel ideas and use different problem solving. I can't conceptualize this differently and figure out other ways to wake up the mountain. I literally have to follow the single track of how we do this. Oh, my heart's like in my throat right now watching this and playing this.
Thanks for keeping it safe.
Boy, if Double Fine was trying to really simulate the awfulness of this, they've done a good job.
That's enough excitement for one day, son.
Same space, different day. Am I right? It's time to go, sport.
Time to get up. Up as a pup. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Choco rockets.
Yeah, whatever.
Sure.
I just don't care.
What difference
Oh
does it
my
make?
god. I'm on day 3 and I'm already over this.
I can't wait to be in your mouth again.
What mission should we go on?
Oh god. Woo. Okay. There's a very interesting systemic dynamic that's happening here too. Hope you're here for breakdowns, because you're gonna get a million of them tonight. There's a really cool systemic, well, not cool, but it's something that I see a lot as a family therapist. The polarization really between we'll call it the mom and dad, because I think that's the easiest way to do this, between the mom AI and the dad AI. Dad AI has a monochrome of empathy for what's going on here. Like, think about the respite that we all experience when we hear him say, same space, different day. We're all like, oh my god, thank god somebody gets it. It really speaks to how important it is as a parent to pay attention to your child's experience and to, at times, name the empathy, even if your child isn't explicitly looking for it. But the other thing that parents have to be mindful of is the effect that polarization can have on the child. Because if dad wants to be nasty, he could weaponize his empathy. And he kind of did. In the very beginning, we saw him say, "You know how your mother is." That kind of language is terrible for a child, because it puts them in a pivot position between the parents as opposed to seeing them as an allied unit. So as dad increases his empathy and mom continues this sunny disposition, we are inherently going to be steered toward dad, and it's going to cause real issues if mom doesn't figure out how to attend to the reality of the situation as opposed to what it is she's trying to force. And it kills me whenever I see parents try to force a particular vibe on a system because they just can't tolerate the reality of it. I don't know if that's the case for this AI, but you really, when you're the adult in a family situation who has power, who has more of the ability to look at the 30,000 foot level, Your attunement and your attention to the reality of the system you're in is deeply important, not just for your own well-being, but for the well-being of your children, because she is alienating the hell out of herself by continuing to just perpetuate this sunny disposition regardless of everything. We see Dad as the ultimate respite at the end of the night to get that little bit of, oh, and think of how awful it's going to be if we find Dad and then Dad starts to do the same thing. Maybe he goes in on Mom and is like, okay, no, I'm going to need to back her up here. Despite, and it's to your detriment because I'm not empathizing with you anymore. Nasty. Absolutely brutal. As parents, you've got to communicate and be on the same page, and you can have certain subtleties in the differences that you handle your children, but this is a terrible family dynamic in addition to just the environmental impact.
Next, sweetie.
I'd rather jump off a cliff than do this again. Fake train wreck, please.
I knew you'd choose.
God damn it. My controller keeps going up when I don't want it to. Oh my god, when does this stop?
We're gonna crash into Spike Canyon!
Gibson, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that.
What's that, son? Did you say wake up the bridge man? That's such a good idea.
You can let go now. I got this.
I'm not letting go until that bridge is down!
You can let go now. I got this.
I'm not letting go until that bridge is down! If only there were a heroic genius on the
Wake up, bridge man!
Hooray! Good. Now leave it down!
Back to sleep, bridge man.
What are you doing? Ah!
Shea!
What were you thinking? You could have saved us so easily! I'm showing how to speed ends!
Look how happy he is.
Having fun?
Huh? Who are you?
When you tire of child's play, when you're ready for real danger, come see me.
But...
Tell no one. Do you understand?
Okay. But...
No one.
Hey, wait!
What?
No discussion about it, young man. You need to rest and heal up in bed until further notice.
Computer, I'm fine. Obviously.
No, you might have a delayed fracture. That can happen.
No, it can't.
All missions are canceled. I love you.
Fake snort, okay. Alright. Maybe your boy can get up.
Weird. No missions. I can do... whatever?
Good way to make sense of that. Sure, yeah. Let me open my present.
I don't see any of those. Come on. Puppy, puppy, puppy. Oh, look. It's another Grab and Gary robot. Can't wait to put it in the trash. I mean, my collection.
Grab and Gary. What does Grab and Gary do?
Come on, Grab and Gary. Be more fun. You can do it. Can't you do anything except grab stuff?
Apparently not. What is this?
Missions canceled until further notice. Whoops. She says it's a humidifier, but I think it's some sort of mind control device. There's an air tank attached to the top of it. It's a tank of compressed air. Could be useful in an emergency. Yeah, right. Like we have those.
Would this be almost like helicopter parent? Maybe. Not quite.
Missions canceled until further notice. Whoops. No, I took it. Fair and square.
It's kind of nice that the AI doesn't wake up when I do this. I would have been worried about that. Look how happy that face is. Ugh.
It's locked. What a dirty trick.
Hey, what are you doing out of bed, Buster?
What am I? Your prisoner?
Just until I'm sure you're safe. You have no idea how important you are, Shea.
Dad, help a brother out.
The air vent is screwed shut, with these weird little screws. I don't want to open it. It looks like a weird little screwdriver. It works! What's this? It looks like an inflatable raft. I can't make enough pressure to blow it up myself. It looks like an inflatable raft. It looks like an inflatable raft. It's a tank of compressed air. Maybe this air tank has enough pressure to blow up this raft.
What am I gonna do with this raft, though?
Whoa! It looks like a blow-up doll.
Ooh.
Creepy.
We could go ahead and place that in bed. Use that. Use that. There we go.
Hopefully, this looks enough like me to fool the warden.
Close enough. The warden. I mean, he feels like a prisoner, understandably so. You don't just say warden. All right, let's see. Come on. Get this door open.
Negative. This door is locked.
All right, think. Grabbing Gary. What do you...
Gary doesn't like to grab things. Come on, Grabbing Gary. Be more fun. You can do it. Can't you do anything except grab stuff? She says it's a humidifier, but I think it's some sort of mind control device. Either way, why do computers need sleep?
Question. Keep asking questions, man. Ooh, can I leave? Go through the vent. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Where's my little angel? Oh, there he is. I think I almost lost you today. Sleep tight, little hero.
Almost lost you today.
Man, computers are stupid.
Oh, thank God.
Whoa. How have I never seen this part of the ship before?
You came because you are done with children's games.
I am
Yes.
indeed.
Who are you?
My name is Marek, and what I'm about to show you is no game. While you've been drifting through the universe, eating ice cream, playing with trains, war has been raging across the galaxy.
War? Between who?
Between the forces that every war is between the powerful and the weak, the tyrants and the innocent.
I am only gonna poke holes in this one time, and then I'm not gonna talk about it anymore because we have to suspend disbelief in order for this game to work. Theoretically, Shea should have no idea what this guy's talking about. Where on this ship would he have learned the concept of war? Where would he have learned some of the language that this guy is using? Right? We don't have anything that suggests that he would have been exposed to that type of thing. Okay? So this is one of those moments in a video game where you have to suspend your disbelief, because what would really be happening here, if this was the actual case, is Shea would be essentially arrested at like 5 years old, maybe. Because he just would not have the novel experiences and education necessary in order to be able to understand all of these concepts. Okay, so we have to take a bit of a leap here and assume that somehow he got the access to this information and can conceptualize it, because otherwise we're going to spend the entire rest of this game with me essentially saying he never would have learned that, he wouldn't understand that, this conversation wouldn't make sense, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so this is the one time in the playthrough that I'm going to mention that when it comes to stuff like this, we have to suspend our disbelief and just assume that Shea knows what this guy's talking about. I mean, this would be a ridiculously laborious game to play if he had to learn all of these things. Right? It's the same thing. How would he know what a warden is? Right. So he has a conceptual understanding of a lot of things that we would not expect him to have a conceptual understanding of. We just have to let that go. We have to let that go. But I need to name that it's very unrealistic. If this was an actual portrayal of what an environment like this would do to a person's development, he wouldn't have any of that knowledge. He would see this wolf and probably freak out. And what I would actually expect him to do at that point would be to turn toward the AI computers, because they are, at the very least, reliable and consistent. So he would experience probably some distress here, and he would turn to the AIs, and he would freak out. He'd probably turn, like, this would go a completely different direction. So we have to kind of get into this idea that somewhere, somehow, Shea developed a sense that what he's experiencing is off, and he started really forcing himself to think for himself, and that's how we got to this moment. So it's the only time I'm going to mention it in the playthrough, but I really need to establish that, because that's immediately what's going through my mind when we're having this conversation.
But who...
Does it even matter? There will always be war. We did not start it, and we cannot stop it. What we can do is protect the weak and rescue the helpless. Look at this
like I did on the train.
I just received from a peaceful colony in the Talon Nebula. The helpless
Uncle
creatures
Pops.
you see have been imprisoned by forces of tyranny and may soon be executed.
But
Yes?
we have to save them.
Yes. Yes, we do. I'm pleased you feel as such.
We have to go tell the ship's computer.
No. You must tell no one on this ship what I have just told you. This ship is programmed with one function: to keep you safe.
Yeah, I noticed that.
To help these creatures, you will need to put yourself at risk in a way she could never understand.
No, you're right. She would never understand. So what can we do?
First, we have to get...
Okay. All right. Pretend for a second that is not an AI. That mom is like a human mom. Because my talk here is going to make way more sense and be way more transferable if you do that. This is a beautiful metaphor for what happens when children transition from being children to being teenager and young adults. If you are a parent that has a single story about what your child is and who you are relative to your child, which for a lot of parents is caretaker, make sure they're safe, you are doomed when your child gets to teenage years and young adulthood. Parents have got to diversify their expectations of what their child is capable of as they grow older. So the AI in this, the mom AI, is a metaphor for a parent who gets stuck in a one-track mind about who they are as a parent relative to their child. And you lose your child oftentimes when you get stuck in that narrative. because you will consistently filter everything through that. As a child gets older and into their teenage years, they do have to explore their environment. Children have to do it too. They have to experience consequences. They have to experience adversity. Bad things have to happen. They have to experience pain, because the only way that humans learn to navigate adversity, to navigate pain, to see that they have a much higher tolerance threshold than most of us believe we have, is to experience those things. And so when we see parents that overcompensate on behalf of that, a child feels stripped of their autonomy and will often become resentful of that parent and push away, much to the chagrin of that parent, who will often forcibly overcompensate for that. So if you're a parent and your children are starting to get older, you have to attend to the development of their brain. They have to experience things outside of your sphere of influence, and you can be there as a safety net when they do. And if you're really good, you can scaffold that process.
To the Talon Nebula. Take this star chart to the navigation room. I have an earpiece for you to wear, so we can stay in contact. Use that vent to avoid detection. Return immediately after you're successful. But quickly, young cub, we don't have much time.
And this would be crazy exciting for Shea.
Those poor creatures.
They're counting on you, young cub.
He's got security cameras everywhere.
Only for your protection.
He's got security cameras everywhere.
Only for your protection.
Time to save some helpless creatures.
Do not touch those until I tell you that it's time. I apologize. It's just that I build them myself and I'm a little protective.
Fair enough, man.
Time to save some helpless creatures.
Do not there. Take that to the navigation room and give it to the Space Weaver.
Got it. Take the
The
vent.
store is locked.
This is a stealth mission, not safe to use the hallways, understand?
I don't know that this would be a good time for him to be cryptic, but we'll go with it.
Ah, the young master has come to play with the Space Weaver. Where shall we go today, wise commander?
Oh man, a real mission for once. This is so fun.
This is serious, Shea. Stay focused.
You can hear everything I say?
Yes. Please don't say anything embarrassing.
I can't control what you're embarrassed by. I love the smiley faces on everything. Hello, Space Weaver.
Hey, Space Weaver. Let's go somewhere exciting for a change.
I have been programmed to take the young master wherever he desires, as long as it is safe and free of conflict.
Ah,
Bring me a star chart, and the fabric of time and space shall be knit to serve your passage.
I've got one right here.
hey, Space Weaver. Can you take me here?
Excellent choice, young sir.
Yes, yes, indeed. Quite.
Preparing decryption mechanism. Initializing warp and wolf drive. Intake calipers in position. Weave thrusters at viscosity. Spindle at rotational velocity. Deploying nav scarf in 5, 4, 3.
Looks like the Space Weaver has encoded the star chart into a graph of...
Oh, baby.
No need to applaud. Just doing my job.
What if I want to applaud?
If I give the Space Weaver a star chart, he'll weave the destination pattern in...
How do I go back and talk to the wolf? Yeah, big shout out to Double Fine's art department. Love it.
We should be in the Talon Nebula now.
Great work, young cub. We're approaching the location of the distress signal now. This is worse than I thought. The good news is their captors have left them unguarded for the time being.
What can I do?
Here, take these controls. You need to lower the shield so the boom arms can be extended. Go on, lower the shields.
Okay.
Good. Now wait until the boom arm is correctly positioned above the subject, then press this to engage the grappling sequence.
Got him.
Got it.
Great work, Shea. Now the boom arms will haul it in and place it in the auxiliary cargo hold.
I should go see if it's okay.
No. They must remain in complete quarantine for their own protection. And ours.
You mean our diseases might kill them?
You are wise for such a young cub. Now we must save more quickly before their captors return. Use
Thank you,
the movement
Den, for the 5
controls
months.
to position the ship. Position the ship so the cargo booms can grab one of the creatures. Careful.
Woo, Quiet
Good
Love, thank you for
point.
the bits.
Don't wait forever, though.
Boom.
Got another one.
Great. Now just place it in the cargo hold.
The wolf is doing a really nice job of walking Shea through this novel experience. And he's doing it through what we call positive reinforcement. Positive does not mean good necessarily. In this case it does, but what positive reinforcement is when a reinforcement mechanism serves to perpetuate or escalate the input that elicited the response. So in this case, Shea has a task to do, which is to grab these guys. Okay? He grabs them, and he places them, and he does a good job, which is a desirable behavior. The wolf provides reinforcement by way of compliment. And you'll notice there was a language shift after Shea grabbed the first one where he called him Shea instead of young cub, which for Shea is a huge piece of validation for his emerging autonomy because he's been called sweetie for God knows how many years of his life. So the wolf is working to reinforce socially this desirable behavior. Shea, if you notice, after he got this the second time around and the wolf acknowledged, Shea immediately looks at the wolf with this longing expression, essentially checking in to see, did I do a good job? It's a very childlike behavior, although we do see it in teenagers and adults, but it suggests just how powerful social reinforcement is for Shea and how important positive reinforcement is, because that's what he's gotten as a child through all of these tasks that he's done. So the wolf is good to know that verbal reinforcement and affirmation is going to encourage Shea to continue doing something even if it might be stressful for him to do. Whether you're a friend, a parent, colleague, whatever, focus your reactions on how can I reinforce desirable behavior positively, and how can I punish undesirable behavior. It's a really good position to be in, because if you're not careful, you can actually punish desirable behavior and reward undesirable behavior. So really cool dynamic happening between the two of them here.
And oh no.
What is it?
Hostile forces have been detected nearby. They're coming in our direction. We need to retreat.
Not yet. There's still one more to save.
No time. We have to pull out immediately or we'll be destroyed.
Jeez, that's dire.
No! You didn't tell me I'd have to pick who lived and died.
You want to be a grown-up? Get used to making tough decisions. No time to mourn.
We literally went from scooping people out of ice cream avalanches to choosing who lives and dies. my god! Can we have a transition here, man? All that's gonna do is instill a bunch of doubt in Shea when he does stuff. Oh my god! Oh man. Oh. It's just this is why when parents miss the mark on development stuff like this, the harsh reality of life is going to hit your child at some point. It's going to. So you've got to scaffold them into that. You can't just wait for like the ultimate ass kicking in order to be like, well, you're an adult now. Like that terrible. Terrible. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Holy shit. Just, you gotta be careful with shit like that. My god.
There's another distress signal.
No time to
This one's
mourn.
from Danger System 5. Are you up?
Danger System 5.
Shea, are you the master of your feelings, or are they the master of you?
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so hard to play these games now as a therapist and as an adult than it was, I don't know, all those years ago on my Vita where I was like, oh. Nobody is a master of their feelings. Telling a teenager to be the master of their feelings is one of the most ridiculous statements a person can make. This guy is in a very, very powerful position right now. And by this guy, I mean the wolf. This guy has just invited Shea into essentially a spontaneous burst of development, which is intensely vulnerable for Shea, because even though he appears as a teenager, we saw in the first half hour of this game just how little environmental scaffolding Shea has had. Development doesn't happen spontaneously. Development happens over time. So when you say to a teenager, particularly one in Shea's situation, are you the master of your feelings or are they the master of you? It's a bullshit dichotomy. We can become masters of the way that we respond to our emotional experience, but one of the only ways that that happens is when we have our attention to our emotional experience reinforced via relationships. Shea hasn't even had the opportunity to fully immerse himself in understanding his own emotional experience to be able to make an informed decision about how he responds to that emotional experience. Like, we have to learn how to do these things. So that is a very unfair thing for him to say, which is why we have the face that Shea has right now on his face. Shea has now been punished for engaging in this. He thought it was fun, it was novel, it was great, but then he just left something to die. And now this wolf, who is in this very powerful position in Shea's mind, has just essentially provided a ridiculous proposition and has thrust him into something that's going to be overwhelming, and he no longer has this like safe space to process what's happening. He's got all this power without knowing what to do with it. If the wolf gets frustrated with Shea, that's unfair to Shea. This wolf could certainly make some calls here, and that would, I think, help Shea out a lot, or at the very least needs to continue to use the positive reinforcement that we talked about a little while ago. Perhaps he says to Shea in this situation, Shea, you're doing a really good job hanging in there, bud. I know that that was distressing to leave that guy behind. Completely makes sense. You did the best you could. We've got more decisions to make. I understand that this is distressing. I'm here to help you out. That would be the way that we would want the wolf to interact with him here.
Give me the star chart.
Good for Shea for, I guess, taking this by the horns, but holy crap. Oh, before we hand the Weaver the star chart, I just want to say, if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate you very much. And those of you that are here live on Twitch, thanks for taking time to watch this playthrough. I'm very grateful for all your support of my channel. I hope that you're enjoying the analysis and the playthrough so far. I cannot believe how much we've had to talk about already this far into the game. We are just scratching the surface. So thank you very much for being here and for being part of this.
Hey, Space Weaver. Let's go somewhere exciting for a change.
I have been programmed to take the young master wherever he desires, as long as it is safe and free of conflict.
Aww.
Bring me a star chart, and the fabric of time and space shall be knit to serve your passage.
Here you go.
Hey, Space Weaver. Can you take me here?
Probably not. Danger Zone 5.
Star chart.
Oh, maybe he is willing. Cool.
Decryption mechanism.
I'm glad there's not like a check in there that's like, is this place dangerous?
Calipers in position. Weave thrusters at viscosity. Spindle at
I suppose a little bit floaty.
Deploying nav scarf in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody make it in one piece? Great.
Okay, we should be in Danger System 5.
Are we ever? Take a look at this.
Look how fast we're learning. Now we know how to use this. We don't have to ask questions anymore.
Excellent. Securing subject in cargo hold. Don't wait forever, though. Great work.
Now, if you're Shea, you're probably afraid that you're gonna kill one of these, so you go faster.
Just push them. Good. But hurry, we're running out of time.
Oh my god, there's so many more.
Careful.
This one's moving?
Okay, that's enough.
What do you mean that's enough?
I mean, enemy ships are approaching.
I don't see anything. I need to save this last one.
You're going to endanger the whole mission to save one creature?
Just give me a second.
Come on. Come on.
This is a waste of time.
No, it isn't.
There is no need for this.
Oh no! Ah!
Dang.
Oh no!
Dang. Okay, I got it. But something's wrong.
Cut it loose. We need to retreat before...
Attention, ship is under attack.
What happened?
Probably one of the enemy vessels I warned you about, remember?
We need to get that last creature.
Too late. The ship is retreating under autopilot to a safe location. And we're completely locked out of the controls.
How are we going to perform any more rescues?
We'll have to find another way to hack into the boom arm controls. And another way to bring the shields down at the right time. And who knows if we'll be able to navigate to the right system now that the ship's on high alert.
The ship's computer must be freaking out right now.
Oh, yes. As soon as the alarm sounded, the first thing she probably did was check on you and your...
Shea.
You see how did you see the screen? It was very quick. It just said everything's fine. For a child, probably a good idea. Because a child wouldn't understand what's going on. For a teenager, if you're in a crisis situation with a teenager, you're generally better off giving them the benefit of the doubt that they should know what's going on.
Are you hurt? Oh, thank goodness. Don't worry, sweetie. Something attacked the ship, but Mommy's taking care of it. Nothing to worry about, okay?
Your dad chilling in the background.
So brave.
Oh, I woke up naturally.
Whew. Better get back to Marek to hear his plan.
What he woke me up?
I've tried throwing a towel over that thing, but she always pulls it off.
Dad, what are you doing out there? Dad? Everything's fine. Ship under attack.
Wait, young cub. It is not time to deploy the rescue system yet.
Okay.
Any luck with the ship's controls?
No, but we intercepted a new distress signal, this time from Prima Doom.
Who the hell is Prima Doom?
The distress call was from Prima Doom? How do we get there?
Same as always. Take this star chart to the Space Weaver and hope for the best.
How are we going to get control of the ship's cargo boom arms?
We'll need to attempt a manual override. The manual boom arm controls are located here. You can get to them through the ship's airlock here. I've hacked the airlock door so you can now open it without alerting the Overmother.
Hmm.
How are we going to take down the shields?
I have a plan. The shields require so much power, they have a dedicated source. This fusion orb. Take this Omicron inhibitor and place it over the fusion orb. And when the time is right, we'll turn it on and turn off the fusion orb.
Along with the ship's shields. Got it.
How long you been living here?
So, how long have you been living in here?
I am a recent stowaway. I came because I sensed you were ready.
Are you really a wolf?
No, I wear this disguise to blend in with your other stuffed animal friends.
Weird. So, that's a wolf suit? What are you underneath?
I am what I do. A rescuer of creatures in need. Just like you.
Why do I have to be the one to choose who to rescue?
A boy your age just has good instincts for the job.
I'd better get back to the mission.
Yes, our window of opportunity won't last forever.
So it's a guy in a wolf suit. We don't know who the guy in the wolf suit is.
Marek told me to use this is the star chart for Prima Doom. We need to go here right away. Prima Doom!
Negative. That system is forbidden due to likelihood of hostile activity.
But it's an emergency.
Sometimes safety is the most exciting adventure of all.
Ugh.
Might I suggest somewhere safer? Like Puppy Planetoid, Cozy Cluster, or maybe somewhere in the Smile system?
All right, let's go to Puppy Planet. No. No way.
No way. I have to go to Prima Doom right now. Lives depend on it.
I'm sorry, young master, but my programming won't allow it.
Get it, and I can't go to Prima Doom, I don't want to go anywhere.
Forget it. If we can't go to Prima Doom, I don't want to go anywhere.
Please don't be angry, young sir. If I could override this directive, I most certainly would.
I can be angry all I want. Tell me how to feel. Hey, I can't go to Prima Doom, man.
Marek. The Space Weaver won't make a nav scarf for Prima Doom.
How are your knitting skills?
I'd better get back to the mission.
Yes, our window of opportunity won't last forever. Wait, young cub. It is not time to deploy the rescue system yet.
The helpless creatures we rescued are being quarantined in there. Wish I could let them out. But it's for their own safety, I guess. Judging by the wolf hair, this must be where Marek sleeps.
The hell is this thing? Look at this creepy thing sitting here knitting a teddy bear.
Hey, the helmet comes off. Ah, my first hazard suit. Kept out Omicron radiation and kept in diaper leaks. I wish you'd get rid of these. My paper mache is so much better than that now. She bronzed my first space shoes. Or was that the remains of my old bomb squad bot? I made a hexipal out of a paper plate. Probably thought they were alive then. Wonder what's in those creepy jars. My old teeth? Hair? As soon as we get full control of this ship, I'm going to burn this stuff. That should be for acting. Acting like I cared about the stupid missions on this ship.
Fair enough, man. Look at this guy. Just look at this guy. This guy's just creeping.
I don't see how that would make this helmet bigger. Or my head small. Ah, my first hazard suit. Kept out Omicron radiation and kept in diaper. Man, how tiny was I? Can't touch them. Bulletproof archive glass. As soon as we get full control of this ship, I'm going to burn this stuff. Can't touch them. Bulletproof archive glass. I don't see how that would... Ah, my first hazard suit. Kept out on... Can't touch them. Bulletproof archive glass. Come on, Grabbin' Gary. Be more fun. Teleporter, activate.
May I teleport you to the Nexus?
Hey, my head.
What's wrong?
My head is smaller.
Yeah, you just used a teleporter.
Why did my head shrink?
Quantum physics. Duh. Don't worry, it'll all go back to normal when you take the trip back through me, big baby.
Holy shit. Okay.
Teleporter, activate.
To the starboard passageway, sir. There ain't no time.
Okay, now my head is just getting ridiculous.
You went through 2 teleporters without a return trip, didn't you? You're playing with fire, kid.
Oh, God.
Warning. Objects placed into this trash chute will be jettisoned from the ship. And the next time it happens to one of your toys, Shea, your father is not going to retrieve it for you. Huh.
You crawl into something once when you're 2 years old and they lock it forever.
Oh, jeez.
You
crawl into something once when you're 2 years old and they
No,
lock
no,
it
no,
forever.
don't go. What are you doing? Don't go out there.
Oh no, don't even think it.
What?
You are banned from this rail for life, young man. Life. Your passengers are still in grief counseling. Please leave before they see you.
Pretty clever, right? So they developed punishment mechanisms for what the ship and its creators consider to be undesirable behavior. So we might look at Shea from a developmental perspective and say that him accessing and utilizing his autonomy in the train ride was desirable. That was great from a developmental standpoint because he got to feel himself have some control. But that's not what's desirable for the design of the ship. So what they do is they build in a mechanism that essentially punishes him for the desirable behavior because it's considered undesirable by the ship. So the hope would be that Shea, by being banned from the fun train ride, would learn, don't ever flex your autonomy on the train ride ever again, because if you do that, your life becomes less fun. So this is an example of negative reinforcement in the sense that something was removed in order to stop an undesirable behavior from happening. This is how people in positions of power and systems can influence people into staying away from what might be in their best interest. An example that I can come up with off the top of my head is the threat of being fired if people start to initiate talks about being in a union. Right? Like that advocacy on a workforce level is often punished by systems because it's considered undesirable to the company despite the fact that it may be desirable for the workers. Yeah, I mean, punishment is just a type of reinforcement, Cladnar, yeah. But yes.
Can't I ride the train again?
Banned for life.
For life. Damn. Oh, wait a minute.
Can't I ride the train again?
Perhaps Grabberbot will do it.
Nah. Gary doesn't want to grab that.
You know what Gary wants to grab or not grab. Alright, we're just doing some exploring. Oh, we're in the... Still in pain, huh? Ooh, what's in its back?
Fake controls. What a surprise.
Hey, missions are canceled. You can drop the act.
It's not an act! I think I pulled a muscle in that last attack you gave me! My back is killing me!
Hey, maybe I can fix your back.
Really?
Yeah, I think I see what's wrong. Hold still.
Yes! That feels amazing!
You're welcome.
Alright, now I'll give it the satisfaction of running the mission protocol.
Now can we run the attack mission protocol?
Sure, buddy. I owe you one.
See if anything changes.
Hey, wake up.
There? Buzz?
Yeah. Let's get this over with.
Looks like someone can't wait for their...
No, I just...
Okay. I thought maybe something... Thought maybe we'd get something out of that. So what...
I wonder if I could knit with this.
Actually, it's a crochet hook, so you could probably crochet with it.
Wow. You know a lot about yarn.
Costumes don't make themselves.
Don't you have anything else to do?
Just making sure you're safe.
Actually... Alright. Ice Cream Mountain. What is this? What's up, guys? Playing some cards on your day off?
It's a whipped cream gun.
Nice.
And it's mine.
What's up, guys?
Hey, guys.
I suppose you want to run the Avalanche Mission Protocol. Hey, we're supposed to be on break.
Nope. I just wanted to see what you guys were up to.
Not much. You know, just chilling. He's been waiting for you to ask that for a long time.
Is that right?
Hey, guys.
I suppose...
Nope.
Alright, so I got I got a whipped cream gun and a crochet hook. And a tiny head.
Son, I'm not sure it's safe enough for you to leave your room.
Tired of being a prisoner in my room. I'm sick of being a prisoner on this ship.
I know, son. I know it's hard. You've given up so much. Listen, I'd like to tell you a story. A story of another person your age. A young girl. She wanted to live a normal life, but she was chosen. She was honored with a special duty. Some people would call it a sacrifice, but what she didn't realize at the time was that it was a great honor.
Please. I've heard the story of the Sacrifice Girl a million times. I know the ending. The Sacrifice Girl is you, right?
What I'm trying to tell you is that I made a hard choice, but I regret nothing because...
Great story, computer. I'm sorry they programmed you with someone's sad memories, but I have to go.
You know the truth deep down, son. And I know you'll appreciate my words someday.
Ugh.
Uh-huh. Brother.
Gross. Oh, this is where this leads. Okay.
Yes, my love.
Were you aware that the...
Computer, were you aware that the universe was at war? And that helpless creatures are being terrorized by ruthless tyrants?
Ooh, that sounds like a fun new game. I'll talk to the Yarn Pals and get that set up for the next round of missions. Would you like that?
Never mind.
Thanks.
Computer, what's the point of all this?
Son, you know how important Operation Dandelion is. Our home, Loruna, was dying, so we set sail in the Bassa Nostra to travel the universe and find you a new home.
Why haven't we found a new home yet?
Well, the universe is a big place, and it has to be perfect for my baby.
Ugh, I hate how everything's programmed to essentially make it seem like everything is in his best interest.
Is there anybody else on this ship?
It's just you, me, and your father, of course. Oh, are you feeling lonely? I could knit you some new friends.
You want to screw a kid up? Tell them that the awful things that they're experiencing are in their best interest. It really scrambles people. It's a often neglected version of victim blaming that begins to get people who don't have a full developmental understanding of things like that to internalize their problems as something that they should just grin and bear because they either don't understand it well enough or because it's in their best interest to be experiencing how awful it is. There's really not much good to come from that. There is something to be said for people experiencing adversity and helping them understand that, you know, sometimes bad things happen and it's good for us to learn how to navigate those bad things. That's different than I'm going to keep something very cryptic and continue to tell you that the pain you're experiencing is in your best interest for a reason that you're never going to get. Because for a child and even a teenager, they're going to internalize that. They're going to blame themselves. They're going to see that very egocentrically. And that is a narrative that gets carried into adulthood, and it's very difficult to parse oneself away from in adulthood. Ugh.
So what does Dad do during the day?
Oh, your father has a lot of work to do outside, you know? Fixing the hull, scraping off space parasites, keeping a lookout for new planets to live on.
No, I don't know, which is why I asked you. I'm not going to ask about... Well, do I ask about the wolf? No.
Computer, we need to get to Prima Doom immediately.
Absolutely not. They call it Prima Doom for a reason. Why not have some fun in the smile system instead?
So, you've never seen a strange wolf around?
Son, I can't keep track of all your yarn pals. Oh, are you saying you'd like a little wolf friend? Well, I've never knit a wolf before, but it should be no problem.
Well, I gotta get back to taking over the ship.
Oh, sweetie, you're so funny.
Yes. I am hilarious. Okay, I need to go back through the green teleporter to get my head back to a decent size.
Hey, what are you trying to do?
Teleport?
You already went through me, but you didn't teleport back through me.
So?
So your head is still messed up. You can't go through again or it will get worse. You have to teleport back through me the other way so your head goes back to normal size.
So many rules on this ship.
Your head is more important than you realize, Shea.
That's what everybody keeps telling me. So I gotta go all the way back. Oh, lordy. Yeah, this transport system sucks ass. What are we doing?
Teleporter, activate.
May I teleport you to the Nexus?
Yes, by all means. I'm gonna check over here first because I'm already over here. Warning, airlock ahead.
Warning, airlock ahead. Safety suit and air tether required for extra vehicular exploration. But don't worry, I'll put it on you, sweetie pie. Ugh.
Look, indeed. Another gift, perhaps?
Open up. But this time, take it easy. Open up. But this time, take it easy.
Alright, is there something?
I'm saving my cream for a matter of life and death. I wonder if I could knit with this.
Actually, it's a crochet hook, so you could probably...
That could create a puncture wound, and possibly leak acid blood onto the ship. I don't know how I would Man, how tiny was I when I don't know if it needs a helmet, but it's definitely not a baby. Man, how tiny was I when I used to wear this tiny suit? Wouldn't be much use there. Or anywhere. This tiny suit wouldn't be much use there. I'm saving my cream for a matter of life and death.
Alright, so there's not... Grabbing Gary, come on.
I'm saving my cream for a matter of life and death. Giving back presents is rude.
Is it?
If it weren't for this stupid air hose, I could really have some fun up here.
Alright, so that was not particularly useful yet.
Teleporter, activate.
May I teleport?
Give me my head back. Teleporter has way too much fun.
Bye.
Alright, let's get full-size head back.
Teleporter, activate.
Yes, sir. To the Hall of Heroes?
You mean the junk room? Yeah.
Hang on!
Hey, my head's back to normal size.
That's because you followed the rules and went back through the proper teleporter.
Love how sassy. Full sass, man. It's great. Alright, we're gonna go the long way then. We could have just gone this way the whole time, huh? Go to the kitchen, see if there's anything for us in there. Dad's just still chilling outside the window. There's a
These are
knife.
just props. She would
Look
never
how
let me
mean
do
that-
my own cooking. Too dangerous.
So it's interesting, right? For a child, there's a smiley face on the spoon. There's a mean face on the knife, which would suggest to a child, don't pick up the knife. It's a really nice picture way to get a child to understand this is bad. Smiley face on desirable things, frowny face on bad things. Works well for a kid, not necessarily for a teenager.
Can't believe she'd leave something this dangerous lying around.
What's that?
Nothing. These are just props. She would never let me do my own cooking. Too dangerous. Not going back in there if I can help it. Not going back in there if I can help it.
Alright, we got a knife. Good enough. Let's get out of here. Wait, oh, nope, that's the direction I came from. Nope, go back. Go back.
Hey, why won't this open?
Oh, honey, you can't come in here. I'm working on a surprise for you.
What is it?
Nice try.
Suspicious. All right.
Ship
So
under attack.
of everything we've come
Everything's
across, let me think.
Well, you're half right. Can't sleep. On a mission.
All right. What would I need to use that knife
Wait, young cub. It is not time to deploy the rescue system yet.
Marek. The Space Weaver,
already did that.
how are we going to get control of the ship's cargo boom arms?
We'll need to attempt a manual override. The manual boom arm controls are located here. You can get to them through the ship's airlock. Here. I've hacked the airlock door so you can now open it without alerting the Overmother.
Okay, and then the shields.
How are we going
I
to
gotta
take down
remember
the
how to
ship's
do
shields
this.
again?
Place the Omicron inhibitor I gave you over the fusion orb, and when the time is right, we'll turn it on and turn off the fusion orb.
Along with the ship's shields.
I wonder if that's behind the
I'd better
door
get
that she
back to
said
the
is a
mission.
surprise.
Yes, our window of opportunity won't last forever.
Okay, so we have the knife. I don't want to go through the teleporter. I get the layout of the ship down here. The knife is key. Perhaps I could cut these cords.
I would never hurt the Space Weaver.
That is good to hear. But it's slightly unnerving that you felt the need
If I give the Space Weaver a star chart, he'll weave the destination pattern into this nav scarf.
Night Sky.
When the candy and treats are all you can eat 24/7, they just aren't that appetizing anymore.
Oh, this kid's got some real tough problems.
Yeah, man, my life is brutal. See if there's anything else down here.
Fake controls. What a surprise. More fake controls. Hey, feeling better?
Yeah, actually, I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Well, I gotta go.
See ya.
Right? So away we go. Alright, we'll check the train room and then we're gonna go out and tether again. We're gonna see what happens.
I don't want to stab that.
I do.
out the airlock. There's only one way that I can go.
I could create a puncture wound and open up.
No.
If it weren't for this stupid air hose, I could really have some fun up here. Except, I guess I'll just cut this air hose. What could possibly go wrong? Oh boy. No, air! Suffocating! In space! Totally worth it. Dang it.
Well, let me do it.
I don't want to open it. That would let all the air out. Ah, my first hazard suit. Kept out Omicron radiation, and kept in. I don't see how that would make this helmet bigger, or my head smaller, for that matter.
You almost seemed disappointed that he was saved. I know. It was like sweet release. Like, ooh. Sweet embrace of death.
Crawl into something once when you're 2 years old and they lock. I don't see how that would make this helmet big. This tiny suit wouldn't be much use there. Or anywhere. This tiny suit wouldn't be much use there. Nah, Gary doesn't like to grab trash. Nah, Gary doesn't grab things that might snag. I don't want to throw that away. Also, I can't. The trash chute can only be opened by that little sweeper guy. Warning. Contains artificial sweeteners suspended in a powerful propellant. Do not discharge into eyes.
Oh! Wait a minute. Powerful propellant. Go back out here for a minute. Hey. All right.
I'm not sure what kind of utensil that would make, but I don't need one. I wonder if I could attach this to my helmet somehow, for a little air.
Right.
Let's see if this fits.
Okay.
Come on. That's the stuff.
Okay, so we've got air, we've got a propellant.
Maybe I could scoop out the padding. Nah, there's no making this helmet bigger.
Now we cut the knife.
Here we go!
Whoa.
Woo!
There we go.
I'm free! In space! Okay. Now what?
Oh. This is so cool.
Those must be the ship's cargo boom arms.
Whoa,
Man,
whoa, whoa,
those
whoa,
things
whoa,
are
whoa, whoa.
huge. Those must be the ship's cargo boom arms. Man, those things are huge. Those must be the ship's cargo boom arms.
Yes, they are the cargo boom arms.
Those things are huge.
Let's go over here, I guess. There we go. Boom arms manual
Those
control.
must be the manual controls for the boom arms.
That's what they
Those
are.
must be the manual controls for the boom arms.
Yes. Okay, now let's break this
I can't
open.
stab that.
It'd be fun to try.
Those must be the manual controls for the boom arms.
Hmm.
Let me try to... Oh, hey. Uh-oh. No, not the face. Or the neck. Or the body.
I'm free! Free to cleave the infinite void of space itself.
Phew. That's a relief for a lot of reasons.
All right, manual controls.
Those must be the manual controls for the boom arms.
Right? But Gary.
Nah. Gary doesn't like to grab things that can talk back. I think...
Come on, Gary.
I think Gary...
Come on, Gary.
...wants to grab that. Okay, grabbing Gary. It's hero time.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Grab the controls. Oh, yeah, I have the button. Engage. Good boy.
Nice. Way to go, grabbing Gary.
That's enough, Gary. We don't want to attract attention just yet. You sit tight here, and I'll push the button again when it's go time, okay?
Okay. So Gary's out of the
I don't wanna
inventory.
activate Gary until it's time for the mission.
Oh my god. Sorry for the achievement. Alright. Gary, look how happy Gary is. Way to go, buddy.
Goodbye, Gary. You were the best present ever.
Nice job, Gary. We get a round of applause for Gary. Alright, we're gonna have to figure out a way into that one room. Alright. Alright, we're making moves. Boom arm's good. Now. Was it through here? Forget if it was through green or yellow. No. Worthless teleporter room. Okay, through the yellow door.
Hey. Why won't this open?
Oh, hi.
This button does one thing. Makes grabbing Gary Man, how tiny was I when I used to wear this radiation helmet?
Okay, so there's not anything I can do.
It's sealed shut. I think she had it bronzed. I couldn't even wear it as a glove if I wanted to. Ah, this tiny suit wouldn't be much use there. Or anywhere. I wonder if I could knit with this.
Actually, it's a crochet hook, so you could probably...
I don't know how I would crochet. This is Marek's defibrillator.
Inhibitor?
Right. And I need to put it on the confusion ball.
Fusion orb... wait, are you doing this on purpose?
This is Marek's defibrillator. I don't need any more inhibiting.
Alright, let's see if Marek says anything when we go down here.
Marek.
I deployed a remote agent to the manual boom arm
I deployed
controls.
a remote agent into the manual boom arm controls.
Excellent. Now we just have to disable the shields and navigate to Prima Doom.
I'd better get back to the mission.
Yes, our window of opportunity won't last forever.
Any luck?
No, still locked out of the controls.
Alright, we're gonna go through here. It's gotta be something with the train room for sure. Because I'm gonna have to think that through better. Unless... Oh! Okay, wait a second. What if I shrink my head a bunch? And then maybe I could put the baby helmet on? I don't really know what purpose that would serve other than to trick the conductor into not knowing it was me?
Teleporter, activate.
Let's see.
This way to the fusion
Oh, or I could just take this teleporter and it would be fine.
There ain't no time.
Okay. Okay, well. That's fine too.
Caution, entering an area of strong Omicron radiation levels. Full radiation shielding necessary to proceed.
Lay it on me.
Nice.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, where's my helmet? That's just great.
Nope. Nope. Shrink your head. Not doing this without a helmet. I'm not getting baked. Okay. So we're gonna have to shrink our head twice again, or maybe shrink our head once and then go through the teleporter.
Teleporter, activate.
May I teleport you to the next?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Okay, so if we go blue.
Teleporter, activate.
To the stone.
Is that gonna be enough?
Goodbye.
Here. Oh. Here, maybe? Maybe we get double shrinkage, and if that doesn't work, then I'll do this the long way.
Teleporter, activate.
This way to the fusion organ. Hang on!
I don't know if it's gonna let me do all three. If it does...
Goodbye.
Caution, entering an...
I think this machine is just never going to give me a helmet. What a...
Oh, it will.
Teleporter, activate.
May I teleport you?
Okay.
No malfunction. No malfunction. Goodbye.
Alright, so then we go through this one.
Teleporter, activate.
Yes. Here we go!
We show up here.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes.
Please.
There. Here. Alright, well, I'm glad the teleporter room ended up having utility. I'm also glad that I can double-click these entrances and I don't have to watch him walk the whole way. Alright, now we go through this guy.
Teleporter, activate.
This? No malfunction, no malfunction.
Tiny, tiny head. How tiny is it going to be when we come out of here?
I think that's all my head can take.
You need to make a return trip through me right away, Shea.
Yeah, we'll do it later. We'll do it later. Helmet a go-go.
Caution, entering an area of strong Omicron radiation levels. Full radiation shielding necessary to proceed.
I think this machine is just never going to give me a helmet. What a ripoff.
Oh, but wait a minute. But I can put the baby helmet on now.
Marek told me to... Hey, my head is the perfect size for... A little snug, but I think it will work. Not sure how long I can stand the spoiled milk smell, though.
There we go.
That fusion orb powers the ship's shields, which is critical because we get attacked by enemy spaceships constantly. I wonder if this helmet would inhibit the fusion orb and shut down the shields.
Inadequate. Please use the inhibitor I gave you.
Oops.
Oh, yeah.
No, 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 no. Maybe I should have played this on PC. The inhibitor.
I don't see how that would make this helmet bigger, or my head smaller for that matter. Easy does it. There. Fusion orb. Inhibited.
Not quite. We won't activate the Omicron inhibitor until we're ready to take the shields down.
And when will we be ready?
As soon as you get this ship to Prima Doom.
Check.
Okay, done. Inhibited. Alright, take the helmet off.
Maybe I could scoop out the padding. Nah, there's no making this helmet bigger.
I
should really use this on food.
I want to take the helmet off.
Teleporter, activate.
Ow, 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 ow! Ow! Oh! Head normalization expedited. You're welcome.
I hate quantum physics.
Oh no, it turns out that whole head shrinking thing was just faulty wiring. One more trip and that head would have popped right off. So again, you're welcome.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Maybe it won't shrink when I go through this one this time then, huh? Or no, it does. We'll go this way. Faulty wiring. You gotta love that. This OSHA hasn't been to the ship in a long time. This is why we need OSHA, fans. Everything's in place.
Marek, I've installed the fusion orb inhibitor.
Great. Now when we push this button, the ship's shields will come down. But before we do that, we need to navigate the ship to Prima Doom.
I'd better get back to the mission.
Yes.
Alright, what button are we talking about here?
Don't see anything there I want to eat. I don't want to activate Gary until it's time for the mission.
But I did everything.
Wait, young cub. It is not time to deploy the rescue system yet.
Oh, the fusion inhibitor is down. Okay, so wait. Maybe now we plot the course.
This button does one thing. Makes grabbing Gary. We need to go here right away. Prima Doom!
Negative. That system is forbidden due to likelihood of hostile activity.
But it's an emergency. All right, let's try Puppy Planetoid.
Just out of curiosity.
Preparing decryption mechanism. Initializing warp and wolf drive.
Make it so.
By the yards, we have arrived.
Marek, the Space Weaver won't make a nav scarf. I'd better get back to the middle.
All right, so I'm confused. We did the shields. We did the fusion reactor. What am I missing?
I wonder if I could use this crochet hook. Need some help knitting? I have a crochet hook.
Keep that thing away from me. One error in this weave, and we could be heading who knows where.
I wonder if I could knit with this.
Actually, it's a crochet hook.
Oh my
so
God.
you could
Need some help knitting? I have a crochet hook.
Keep that thing away from me.
I wonder if I could... I don't know how I would crochet that. I'll bet I could use this crochet hook to make alterations in the nav scarf. Next time the Space Weaver is doing his countdown, I should try it.
Aha! Okay.
This is the star chart for Prima Doom. We need to go here right away. Prima Doom!
All right, let's go to Smile System.
Maybe the Smile System would be better.
Preparing decryption mechanism. Initializing warp and wolf drive. Intake calipers in position.
I wonder if I could knit with
Weave
this.
thrusters
Actually,
at
it's a crochet
viscosity.
Oh my God.
Spindle at rotational velocity. Deploying nav scarf in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just a quick...
Oh my. I seem to have made an error in my knitting. Not sure how that happened, sir. Shall I try again?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll bet I could use this crochet hook to make alterations.
Okay, so I need this to look...
This is the star chart for Prima Doom.
I suppose I'm...
We need to go... Maybe this smiles...
Preparing decryption mechanism. Initializing warp and wolf drive.
I should show this...
Calipers in
I wonder if
position.
I could knit with...
Weave thrusters at viscosity. Spindle
I think it would look better this
rotational
way.
velocity.
There's already a stitch there. Big improvement.
Deploying nav scarf in 5, 4,
Okay, let's see what happens if I do all of them. And if it's not all of them, then I'll...
1. Oh my. I seem to have made an error in my
This is the
knitting.
star chart for Prima Doom.
Not sure how that happened, sir. Shall I try again?
So it needs to be...
Where shall we go today, wise commander?
Fine. Cozy cluster it is.
Preparing decryption mechanism.
This is the star chart for Prima Doom.
Intake calipers in position. Leave thrusters at viscosity. Spindle at rotational velocity.
I wonder if I could knit with this.
Actually, it can. Oh my god.
5, 4, 3.
There's already a stitch there. I think it would look better this way.
1.
I'm sure what...
Oh my. I seem to have made an error
wonder
in
if I
my
could-
knitting. Not sure how that happened, sir. Shall
I wonder if
try
I could
again?
use this crochet hook on the Space Weaver's nav. This is the
can,
star
but-
chart for Prima Doom.
Alright, so it needs to be bottom left, middle 3, top corners?
If I give the Space Weaver a star chart,
Where shall we go today, wise commander?
fine. Cozy cluster it is.
Preparing decryption mechanism.
This is the star chart for Prima Doom.
And wolf drive. Intake calipers in position. Leave thrusters at
I
viscosity.
should show the...
Spindle at rotational velocity.
Okay.
Deploying nav scarf in
Just a
5,
quick fix.
4,
Big improvement.
3, 2, 1.
Ah! Alright, there we go. Alright. Uh-oh!
Wait, no. This is not the destination I indicated. I'm so sorry, young master. I will correct this right. What's that? I seem to be out of yarn.
Oh no!
Humiliation! 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 Humiliation!
Wow. He took that really hard. Don't worry, Space Weaver. As soon as I rescue those helpless creatures, we'll get out of Prima Doom.
And that, my friends, is where we're gonna wrap. We'll handle Prima Doom in episode 2. As always, thank you for being here. If you're here on YouTube, throw a like on your way out. Leave a comment if there's something you liked about today's episode, or if you didn't like. I don't know. I like reading comments. They're fun to read, so it helps with engagement. Subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on or off. Follow me on Twitch. Make sure you hang out with us live if you ever can. 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, all days except Monday. I appreciate you immensely, and I will look forward to catching you in part 2.